When you say the West is a little bit closer to the Eastern teams, it sounds like you're saying the gap is closing. Jankos, is that what
No, no, okay, I will not
you
say
say a
that
little
because every
closer?
time if someone says it, it's doomed. So I will not say that.
Okay. Well, it is the first day of World's Groups with coverage presented, of course, by U.GG. I'm joined right now by Jankos, who is feeling pretty good. We were just saying, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. I'm really happy that we won against probably toughest opponent in the group. But Flash Wolves and Buffalo look really strong too. So I'm excited for the next day.
Well, what there was okay. I interviewed Dracos and Vedius after your play-in stage match a couple days ago, and they did not have. Okay, I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I feel like they were not feeling very confident in you after that. Do you feel like that was deserved? Like, how do you feel you did in play-ins?
I mean, I think first of all, it's actually good that we went to play-ins because I felt like we sucked kind of in play-ins. So we picked up a lot of slack and we don't choke as much on stage. But for today, I mean, I think Africa just kind of disrespected Hjernan and left Heimer open, and I think that's like the biggest reason why we won. But on top of it, I mean, I didn't play that well. I gave up a kill for no reason, and the game would have been pretty tough if not the Heimer pick. So I'm really happy that we had it in the back.
Do you think that's the one time you get Heimer the rest of Worlds?
Yeah, I think that's the only time. We kind of knew that either one team will leave it open, a bit kind of too cocky, and like either we lose the game and it will be open for the rest of tournament, either we win this game and it will be never open again. So I think this is the time where it will never be open again.
Well, if you're gonna get the Heimer for one game and get the win, I feel like Afrika is probably the one to do that, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good trade. Yeah, if anyone, then it's the best. Yeah.
Now, I heard some rumors you guys were actually maybe preferring Group C instead of Group A at first. Was that true?
It's kind of true. It's because I feel like Team Liquid and Mad. I feel like those teams are a little bit worse than the other teams in Group A, basically. Because I feel like even Flash Wolves, showed up today. They kind of stomped Buffalo, and Buffalo didn't even play bad. It's just that Flash Wolves had really good game plan, really good draft, and they just kind of executed it. For us, we kind of cheese off Game Africa, and we will not know what will happen again until we face them again. So I think Group C would have been a little bit easier, but also I felt like today's game, like Team Liquid against KT, I felt like Team Liquid, even though they made mistakes, they could have won that game, but it felt like they were not like on their peak performance as individuals, and mainly individual mistake lost the game, but I felt like they played really well as well. So.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. Even I interviewed Doublelift, who usually takes a lot of ownership, and said he didn't feel well. But he was saying that even he thinks that like the KT, it was closer than it looked. Like that, even though it looked like a stomp, it was maybe not that bad.
I mean, as for now, like both games, our game against Africa and like the Team Liquid games against KT, the games against Korean teams, they look kind of like even. I mean, no team was kind of stomping. Like we didn't stomp. We were like kind of even on lanes. We were trying to play like a slow game, and same went for Liquid. Like they didn't really like fall behind early. So I feel like maybe those Western teams can like finally have a chance to pick up some wins against the Eastern teams like Chinese or LCK teams. So I'm kind of excited to see if for example, Vitality can beat who do they play today? I'm not sure, but
I'm not sure who they play today.
Yeah, but they play a good team. So Genji, yeah. So that would be really exciting, for like another European team to win a game against a Korean team.
Yeah, I should have known Genji because of course we've got Cloud9 playing against or behind us. That's how that works. Now. So a lot of people did not think you guys were going to be able to get out of your group, but I feel like with this one win, it gives you guys like a pretty good chance, right? Because losing any single game in groups is pretty scary. So how do you feel about your team getting out of groups?
I mean, I still think like I need to play better, and some of my teammates need to step up as well. I feel like this game was like, I wouldn't say it lucky because we did have to close it out and we did play it kind of well at 1-3-1. They were not able to pick us off, but I feel like the rest of the teams are still really good. Buffalo can win against us, and same goes for Flash Wolves. So for sure this win is really important, but we may still not get out of this group if we underestimate other teams or if we are just straight up worse than the other teams. So right now we just focus on it game by game. So next game tomorrow we play against Buffalo, and we have to show up even better game than we did today.
Yeah. Well, and part of the reason I asked that, and this kind of goes back to what you were saying about the Western teams, is that I feel like a lot of people felt as though Fnatic was the West's only chance, right? They're like, all right, those NA teams, they're not going to do good. Like, the groups are not great for them. They felt like you guys looked weak in cheat and plans. And then Vitality, people don't even talk about Vitality, sadly. But, and so that just means Fnatic. But it sounds like you think there's a much better chance for the West.
I mean, okay, so Fnatic, they have really tough group, so that's why people don't talk about it, because they have RNG, Gen TMG, so how can they win and Cloud9 even? When it comes to Fnatic, they are like I still think they are probably the best Western team, but we have to also keep in mind us and Cloud9 and EDG and Griffin. I think not Griffin. Sorry, the last team. No, the last team from Plains. Like we basically, my point is that the playing teams have a playing buff because we are already warmed up on stage, so we kind of we were used to play on stage already. But for example, Team Liquid today, I felt like maybe they were like not so used to the stage. That's why like those like kind of like easy mistakes happened, you know, like when it comes to people not hitting stuff. So and it goes the same for other teams, you know. So I'm sure that today we have like a bigger buff than the other teams, and then like the level will kind of even up when it comes to like being warmed up on stage and like kind of taking it easy. But I still think Fnatic will make us proud probably if we can't, but maybe we will.
How's G2's time in Korea been? Like, are you guys feeling comfortable? Because whenever people travel, of course, like somebody gets sick and they're underperforming. I don't know how things have been for your team.
I think no one has been feeling too bad. I mean, we went to a bootcamp right after the Gauntlet, so we were in Korea. We were like 2-3 weeks now in Korea, so we have been there for a while, and the food is really good. And we did have some time off to like do other stuff than just eat. So I think it was pretty nice. I really like Korea. It's my second time here. For Luca, I think it's third, and you know what, he lives here. He actually lives in Busan, so he took us. Yeah, he took us to like. He has a car, right? So he took us like to the ocean, like from his side of like where he lives, and it was like really insane. So yeah, he said like, you know, he did bring a couple of girls there before, so so it's pretty good. You know, we are chilling and we are just trying to like enjoy the game and do our best.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Whenever you go to a country, a different city, and one of your teammates could just like drive you around and show you the sights. That works out really
cool.
well.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. All right. Well, anything that you would say to any of the Western fans who are sitting here just like, please, dear God, the West, pick it up. And very excited, I'm sure, those individuals about your win today. So anything you would say to them?
I mean, for sure, I would like to say that, as you can see, we should not lose hope. And I'm not saying we are going to beat every team from now on just because we won one game. I'm just saying that I think the West is like a little bit closer to the East, and I think we can actually pick up some wins and we can make it. So just keep cheering for us and don't just like lose us out, you know. Like we are still here. It goes for every Western team. It goes for us, One Thieves. It goes for Cloud9, Team Liquid, you know, Fnatic, Vitality. So we'll do our best and we'll try to make you proud.
When you say the West is a little bit closer to the Eastern teams, it sounds like you're saying the gap is closing. Jankos, is that
No, okay, I will not say
say
that.
a little
because
closer.
Every time if someone says it, it's doomed. So I will not say that.
Okay.
But
Sounds
you get
like
the
you
point, right?
You
You get
figured
it.
out another way to say it, I feel like.
I mean, I just feel like macro game is actually like a little bit similar now, so we actually understand the game better than we used to. And on top of it, it's just that like mechanics like sometimes are issue, you know, like Gragas dying to the ganking top lane for no reason. So I mean, there is still like some issues that we might have, but I think it's probably better. I will not say that. I will not say the sentence. Okay.
Not the sentence. Okay, good. That was a close one. If you say that, that would spell doom for us. Thank you so much, Jankos, for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my Worlds coverage right here on my YouTube channel. Well, we're at Worlds groups. NA is already starting to lose. I've seen. Yeah, they're losing. Anyway, the point is, I'm actually wondering if it just comes down to the numbers, the analytics, the data. You know, they just need to have better scouting of what champions are good and what champions aren't, what the Korean players are playing, what the Western players are playing. You don't want to play those. And the funny thing is that they could have that information just the way you have that information right now. If you go check out our sponsor in the description, u.gg, just click that link. It helps me a lot. And you put a champion in, and you've got all this information that if every NALCS player was using at Worlds, we would just win this thing. And that's it's a funny thing. They could win Worlds. You can win your solo queue. You just need to go in there and use that link. Check out their champion select options. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of information, great information. Check it out. They sponsor me. I'm at Worlds because of them. That's the whole point of this outro. You can also subscribe and look at the next video. But again, is it on this side? It's one of the. I think it's on this side. That's outro. Thanks for watching the interview.